SynthFest France 24. I'm here on the booth of This Is Not Rocket Science with Stijn Kuipers.
Hello. Hi,
And
doing
with
great.
Priscilla.
Hello.
How are you guys?
Great.
First time SynthFest.
Yes, first time SynthFest. It's a lovely atmosphere, and we just did a presentation on stage. A lot of happy reactions.
And you brings
We
a
bring-
good set of modules and
Yeah, always. We bring our selection from what we use on stage when we go to party somewhere. We don't have any new modules to show, but we have some minor updates on things.
this big thing here is no longer in production.
No.
This is the Fenix.
The Fenix IV is, we made 100 units of them, and 100 units have gone out of the door. If you're lucky, you can find one on eBay. But we mostly show it off because we're very proud of it that we have done it. And it's-
A lovely thing. It's epic.
and of course, we have our whole family of modules. And we have the...
So what you bring to SynthFest? So your entire portfolio, basically.
Mostly of the things that are currently in production and stuff that we have plans with. And of course some of our own favorite prototypes just because we bounce around with it. We have just finished a new production run of our staple series. The next Tuesday is now back available. The Switch is available, or the bill is available, and the Wobbler 2
The latest versions, latest products were the next Tuesday and
the Wobbler Squared,
Wobbler 2, yeah.
the drum and LFO, and the Ardabil and Switch. The utilities are back in stock. Then we're still working on the Bob and Steve. That's we're still finalizing some tiny bits and fine-tuning some algorithms. And having way too much fun within the process, which makes development slow. Like every time you add something, like, oh, this sounds nice, and then 2 hours are gone, and then and then I was supposed to fix a bug. No, it's going slow.
What is this? The other bill?
The Ardabil, it's a very basic utility, but it is also a nice symmetric utility. It's meant to sit in the middle of your rack, which is a bit sad. I put it on the corner, but it's supposed to be in the middle. It's a precision adder. It's an attenuverter. It's an offset. That goes into a buffered multiple together and an inverter. And that signal goes into a VCA control. So you have this whole chain on one side, and you have upside down the same chain the other way. So it's really meant to sit in the middle, so you always have...
And if I remember right, you put also the wobbler on steroids with this drum engine and so on.
Yes. So this is the original wobbler was just an LFO, but because we only could get faster chips, we had to make a faster LFO, and a faster LFO is an oscillator. And because the wobbler already had the twang mode, which is you have to trigger yourself. Let's see if it actually, so you have to trigger it, and then it slowly dies out. If you speed that one up, it was already sounding like a drum. And because of that fact, we sort of leaned into it and made the whole thing a drum synthesizer and an LFO.
Okay,
So
and
then-
there's this. There was one story with you have one more model here, the RectangularThing.
RectangularThing, that's it was my original homework practice to see if I was capable of producing something like a Fenix, because I had never made an analog synthesizer module before. I had to make at least one. But after we built this and we learned lots from building the Fenix, I thought it was time to take some of the lessons of the Fenix and put them back into the RectangularThing. So I've been developing a new version of the RectangularThing, which we're probably not going to produce, but it's going straight to DIY. Okay. A lot of people have built their own PCBs and front panels around it, and way more than we ever manufactured of this one. I think it's in the hundreds, and we only made 20.
And so you're opening just the circuits and so on that people can...
Yeah, so they can build their own if they want to. I would love to see what people do with it, just like with the original. And there's also a new firmware for Brinta coming that fixes some loudness issues. That should be online.
It's the lovely thing from Aero Instruments with you together. It's
Yeah.
granular.
Yeah, we love the whole cooperation thing. There's probably many more things to come, but I can't reveal yet.
And I see also there's the White Rabbit.
Yes.
You call it experimental multi-effects?
Well, I think Paul calls it experimental. I just call it multi-effects. For Paul, this was a bigger experiment. But it's a combination with... It's some unusual combinations smashed together. So you don't get a pure delay or a pure reverb. You get a bunch of tremolo, reverby, pitchy effects in one thing with cross modulation that are all fine-tuned. That it sounds cool if you patch the output to the input and just see what happens. That's
But
very powerful.
I'm also very curious to see one day the Bob and Steve then finish, because it's from the feature set it's really interesting.
Yeah. It's we're getting there. The Brinta was actually, for me, it started out as a experiment for an algorithm in the Bob and Steve.
Okay.
It's because I really wanted to have a reverb tail wherein bits are reversed. So I needed to have a granular engine where some stuff can reverse. And that concept and the experimentation grew into the algorithms for Brinta. And now I can use Brinta to fine-tune the algorithm for Bob and Steve again.
And Stijn, we don't leave you here without sounds.
No,
and
no,
I think
no.
you jam so lovely now.
Okay. I shall hit
Give us
play.
some noise.
Yes. I will do just that. Here we go.
Thank you, Stijn. And we will see you on Superwoof.
Yes, of course, we'll be there with the whole beach tent, probably clock synced with all our neighbors for even bigger jams. So yes.
Once again.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Stijn. And I wish you a good SynthFest. And also Priscilla, I wish you a good SynthFest France 24.
Yeah.
And thank you a lot.
Woo.
See you soon
See you
in the
next
next
time.
video. Bye.